Welcome to Lifestyle Med with Dr. Jade. Health, it's a lifestyle.
Protein is indeed a hot topic. My patients and clients often ask me, am I getting enough protein? How do I get enough protein if you are recommending a primarily plant-based diet, which I do recommend a primarily whole food plant-based nutrition for my patients and clients. And what I want you to know is yes, you can get enough protein, all the protein that you need from plants. And that is what we're going to talk about in this video today. Hey family, and welcome back to Lifestyle Med with Dr. Jade, your home for next level health with lifestyle changes. And today we are talking about my top 5 tips for you to get enough plant-based protein in your diet. Are you new here? Then welcome. I'm Dr. Jade and I'm a family medicine physician resident, and on this channel we talk all about fitness, nutrition, and primary care hot topics. If those are topics that are of interest to you, join our fam. Join our fam here on YouTube and at IG at Dr. Jade MD. It's important to know that most Americans are getting more than enough protein in their diet. Actually, most Americans get way more protein than they actually need. And we have very few people in America that have a protein deficiency issue. So I don't want you to be so concerned with not getting enough protein, because yes, it can come from plants. It does not have to come from animal products. The recommended amount of daily protein for women is 40 to 60 grams per day, and for men is 50 to 70 grams per day. But in these 5 tips, I'm gonna break down where do you get your protein exactly when it comes to a plant-based diet. So tip number 5 for getting plant-based protein in your diet is eating more legumes and beans. This includes things like lentils, which are about 9 grams of protein in every half cup. Half a cup of all beans are about 7 grams of protein, and a half a cup of chickpeas is about 7 grams of protein as well. So getting more of these delicious legumes and beans into your diet will help you get some of that plant-based protein that we want. Tip number 4 for getting plant-based protein in your diet is leafy vegetables. A broccoli stalk can have 4 grams of protein. A cup of kale can have 2 grams of protein. 5 medium mushrooms can have about 3 grams of protein. A cup of Brussels sprouts has about 3 grams of protein. A baked potato, I know it's not a leafy green vegetable, but they have about 8 grams of protein as well. Usually leafy vegetables on their own aren't typically enough protein just by themselves for that daily recommended amount of protein, but it's important to know that there is protein in those veggies. Tip number 3 for getting plant-based protein in your diet, eating nuts and seeds. A handful of peanuts have about 20 grams of proteins. Almonds have about 16 grams of proteins. A tablespoon of chia seeds has about 2 grams of proteins. And hemp seeds and flax seeds have about 5 grams of protein per tablespoon. Tip number 2 for getting your plant-based protein into your diet is through whole grains. Grains like quinoa have about 8 grams of proteins in it, and oatmeal has about 8 grams of protein as well. And tip number 1 for getting more plant protein in your diet is through soy products. This includes things like tofu and tempeh and edamame. These are so delicious as a meat substitute in our meals. And half a cup of tofu has about 10 grams of protein. Half a cup of tempeh has about 15 grams of protein. If you're looking for a delicious way to prepare tofu and cook tofu, you can check out my meatless tacos recipe that is delicious. I will link it down below. I hope this video gave you some ideas on ways to incorporate more plant proteins into your diet. I'm wishing you guys the absolute best health. Please use this channel as a resource. You can check out my nutrition playlist. You can also check out my stories on Instagram at Dr. Jade MD, where I share more plant-based recipes and plant-based meals that I prepare in my life. And I look forward to seeing you next week on Wellness Wednesday. Bye.
Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and God bless.